What am I, like 4 minutes late? I got to get that shit in there. I got to move this shit around. What's up, gentlemen? I'm going to start this because a lot of people go back and actually watch this, and I'm not going to have any downtime. When you guys start a podcast, just start talking. People will start chiming in. Don't wait for people to get built up, because majority of the people actually go back and watch it later on, and they don't want to sit there and wait for everybody to get joined in when they haven't joined in. Guys, the intro, YouTube, Facebook, like I do all the time, Instagram, I am everywhere. Join that. And I got a membership channel. I'm going to start ramping that up here pretty quick after I get done. I just got back. I go leave again tomorrow. It will be my last 4 days of this year guiding at the Baker 3 Ranch. It's turkey season. Turkey season done next week. Next Monday, I think I'm done with that. And then I will be back. I got back on Monday. We hit balls on Tuesday. Did some video. There's a lot of video I'm putting out by the weekend because I have no, whenever I'm up there at nighttime, I kind of can do a lot of things and I'm not interrupted. What I do, there's a lot of things I want to get to tonight, guys. And I said this. I said that I wasn't going to call out a bat company, but tonight I am. And it's because of the stuff that they're saying, and I don't understand why a bat company is actually going after another bat company or talking bad about another bat company, especially when they have no knowledge of what they're talking about. And I told you guys I wasn't going to do this, but I have to say something, because Adam Fowler had talked. Let me explain about me and Adam. Me and Adam, back in the day, would talk to each other, but we're not like, we're friends, but not like best friends. I like what Alan does. I like the Adam does. I like what he does, and I like that he is taking that reviews and it's Fat Guy BP. He's taking the reviews in that direction, and I really do like that. But I need to address something. He kind of talked about it last week, and I tell you what happened. This is a funny story. Let me talk about this first. Instagram, guys, I have a buy, sell, and trade out there. Watch who you buy from. Be the number one thing when you're on that. I have some bats for sale up there. Those bats are being sold off by a lot of my guys. I'm going to turn around with the money that I sell that stuff off and buy short porch product for a lot of my people that I have. The Texas people that do short porch. So it actually is. I used to do this when I was senior softball bat reviews. I would sell all my old bats, and then I would turn around and buy new bats that were coming out with senior softball bat reviews. So what I do, am I doing with selling these bats? And guys, those bats that I have for sale are going for average $7,500 is basically. A new one I just sold, a DeMarini I just sold, went for $75. It was brand new. And it was that Rooster, whatever. It was brand new. The white one has everybody's signature on it. So I'm on, and if you want to join my senior softball buy, sell, and trade, you got to answer the questions. You don't answer the questions, you will not get on there. I have two different people. Rachel Good is looking into, she's watching that. Patty Albright actually is too. Patty Albright's a friend of mine, and she's pretty honest whenever she gets on there. She's not biased toward any of them anyway. So you got to answer the questions. There is something that happened within the last week that hit the social media. I want to address it, and I want to tell you that person that was arrested is not a short porch rep, just to make sure. He is not a Suncoast rep either, just to make sure of that. I will talk for Mr. Lee Trotter, and I will say that he was not a rep for us, and he was not a rep for Lee Trotter, Suncoast. So just to make sure, I know he had it up on his page. We got a lot of phone calls on it, but he was not one of ours. And people can just put out there whatever they want, you know, just to get more people buying bats. Did he sell bats and stuff like that? Yeah, he did. But he wasn't on our group text with all of our reps throughout the United States. So he was not one of ours. I made sure and look that up because we were getting phone calls. I just want to answer questions that you guys have out there. And here's the deal too, with this podcast, what I'd like to do is I want to set the record straight for a lot of bullshit that's being talked about out there. And a lot of the hate, that is going on out there, and a lot of the lies that are being spewed just to get clickbait, to look at what they're talking about. I addressed the issue last week about the picture that was taken about facilities that go on, bat making warehouses in China, and one of our pictures, one of our bats was put in a group. Guys, there's 24 bat companies as of today. I could be off by one or two, but not really that much. There are 4 facilities in the world that actually make bats. Now, you know, there's some of them that are going to be clumped together. There's got to be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 that are making bats in a one bat manufacturer in China. So all that 24 are not clumped up into one, or they're divided. We work with every one of them, all 4 of them is what we do. It doesn't mean that they're using everybody's product. That's another thing too. And I'll talk for every bat company out there. You have to dial it in. Although they're using the same machines, you still have to dial it in at hand weight, thickness of the barrel. I say thickness of how flexy the barrel is. You still have to dial it in. You just can't get up there and call somebody and say, I want what they have. That has happened in the past, though. So there are a few. From when I was doing Senior Softball Bat Reviews, which a year ago, there were 3 lower bat companies that were trying to copy the higher bat companies. Yes, there was. There today is companies trying to copy Porch. We are in contact with China, and China lets us know who the companies are. So we know who you are that are doing it. Because they tell us that this company called and tried to get the DDT, the DDT formula, I guess you would say, in their bats. And they were trying to go about it that way. But I have to open that. So what I'm saying is, Adam Fowler, you guys go back and watch that podcast too. It was last Friday. I think it was last Friday. And then watch what he's talking about. He's talking about people that hate other bat companies. And I'm going to talk about them here in a minute because I think this shit needs to stop. And basically because of the constant videos that they're putting up and the lies that they're talking about. And basically what I want this to be, transparency here with Porch, but I want this to be somewhere where you can go, if it's talked about us, there's some place you can go and say, hey, is this shit true or not? You know, I keep hearing this. Is this really, you know, what they say it is? And guys, you've known me for 15 years. Guys that are a part of this know me for 15 years. You know, I don't bullshit you. I am honest to a fault. I tend to piss a lot of people off when they ask me questions about stuff, but I give them the true answer. But still, those people are friends of mine because they know that they can come to me and actually get not have people bullshit them and because they want to be their friends or whatever. But there is some stuff that's being said out there, but I'll get into that. Give me 5 minutes. The one thing on this, remember, I'm reading a lot of the stuff because I have a lot. Another thing too, guys, I have so much content. I don't get to it every time I get up here and I talk to you guys. I do not get to as much as I want to because I kind of go off in a different direction. A lot of you guys call them squirrel moments where I just start going off in a path and I got to bring myself back and try to remember what the hell I got in, what I was talking about. So yeah, that definitely happens. The best way, let me try and explain to you guys that are new here because I get friend requests, especially lately. I get friend requests from a lot of people. Let me explain to you guys real fast without going into detail what the movement is. And we talk about the movement. You can see it back there. And then that's Leslie actually did that for me. I think that's pretty cool there. Let me explain to you guys what the movement is and what Short Porch is leaning toward, which no other bat company has done in the past, and I love it. And the reason that I came over here and started working for Short Porch is because I believe in the movement. And here's what the movement is. If you guys have ever played golf and you go to a, let's say you go to a golf course and they have these clubs for rent. You walk in there and you pick those clubs up. You don't know who or what person those golf clubs were cut for. You don't know the thickness of the shaft. So you're actually just going through there and you're renting a club that you're going to go out there and you're going to play shitty with. But if you actually had those golf clubs honed or tuned, fine-tuned into your swing, you would play a much better game, right? So basically what Short Porch is take that same concept when they talk about golf clubs and we're implying it toward fast pitch baseball, slow pitch USSSA, ASA, and then senior ball. So everybody has a swing, right? And it's not no one size fits all. You know, you got different guys with height, weight distribution, arm length, bat speed. You've got to have all of that tied into a formula. So what Short Porch has done and has been doing is take the same concept they do with golf clubs. I cannot see anybody talking. So they take that same thought process when it comes to golf clubs and they apply it to softball. And to fit you guys into a soft barrel, low bat speed with soft barrel, high bat speed with a harder barrel, a little bit stiffer handle on the harder swinging guys and little flexy handle on the lower swinging guys, the lower miles per hour. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what the movement is, basically. Implied to this movement is Kevlar. About a few months ago, 6 months ago, it's Kevlar. It is working, guys. Another thing, too, there's all this crap out there, it's bullshit from other people that have other companies that are talking about Kevlar. Why the F are you talking about our shit? We're making it work, but you're sitting there and say it doesn't work. That's the part. We don't sit there and talk about other companies on their product. We don't bash other companies. But for some reason, this company has been bashing Short Porch. But here's the deal, though. It's funny because if you watch the podcast they've been putting out or watch the people that are affiliated with them that talk about it, they just spew shit out there. They have nobody. Like Adam said, instead of talking shit about me, why don't you call me up and let's have a debate about it? Let's sit down and talk about it. If you're that smart, right? I'm going to go into detail here in a minute, and I'm kind of getting into it. If you think that you have something better, or you think, for one, you lost me when you said layered Kevlar. That's the way they used to do it 15 years ago. They would layer it. We do not layer Kevlar. Somebody I just heard today said that titanium and Kevlar, they got more titanium than Kevlar. That is a bullshit lie. I know you guys on that East Coast heard that shit too. So I want to address that. Whoever said that, I know who it is. And I just heard this today that he's spreading a rumor about it's titanium and they mix a little bit of Kevlar into it. That's bullshit. People like that just don't know what that, and I know you guys can get up there, just a lot of haters. I understand that, but I told you guys I wasn't going to say anything, and I'm getting in. I told you guys I wanted to say anything about other companies, but it's got to the point where this one company, I got to say something. Okay. And here's the reason why. And Adam said this too. You praise me whenever I did a review on your bat and your bat came in at number 3, Leroy Dozell. I did a review on the Little Mexican. It came at number 3. So you're talking about me in a good way. You're actually posting a lot of videos of me having podcasts with you, right? Me having a podcast with you. That's fine. I mean, but then again, you turn around in the next breath talking about Short Porch. And you mentioned my name about Kevlar, and it doesn't work. So I was good for you to do one thing when it came to bat reviews, but when I'm a competitor now against you, right, which I don't think I'm against you. Everybody, I want them to have success. But now I'm a competitor, and now you start trashing me. Here's the deal, too. And I'm getting way ahead of myself. I was at the ranch, right? I've been there for probably 3 weeks now, and I've been coming in town a couple of days. Well, when I start at the ranch and I look down and I start getting friend requests. I start getting my YouTube channel starts to blow up, right? My Instagram, within 125 joined me within 3 or 4 days. That's big for me. I'm not that big guy, but that's big for me. My membership channel on YouTube has got 4 more subscribers. That's the paid membership. I know somebody's talking shit. I know, because I've been away from the podcast. I look at every podcast out there, but I know somebody's talking shit, because whenever somebody is hating on you, you tend to gain a little bit more popularity, and they want to know why they're talking shit. So at this point, I was like, wow, this has happened before, a few months ago, when somebody else was talking shit. My viewership goes up because they want to see, and that's the thing why I like. I mean, if somebody talks shit, join the channel, see what I have to say, believe me or not, or believe what Short Porch has to say, Jeff or Leslie, and then take it and then go with it. I think, I put something out there as other people's podcasts. It's OPP, other people's podcasts, and it's funny because that's a saying a long time ago, but I think I watch a lot of other people's podcasts, and I listen to them. And if they're talking about us, then I have to reply. I have to say something, right? If you talk about anything else, which I don't think any bat company out there. And if you noticed, it's usually the lower end of the bat companies, where they have no content. They start ripping on someone else. They start saying it won't work. Well, we tried it and it didn't work. That's what was said. We tried it and it didn't work. That's been said numerous times in the podcast. Well, okay, maybe you didn't do it right. Just because you tried it and it didn't work, maybe you just didn't do it right. Okay, we tried it. It worked. Well, we have Leslie and Jeff. That's why it works with us. They know their shit. They know what they're doing. So whenever I see that, and I talked to Jeff about this too. It's funny how you don't have Dean Marini, Jerry Garnett, nicest guy you ever wanted. He will not trash anybody's back. Lee Trotter, far as I know, these guys will not, with Suncoast, will not trash anybody else's company. You have Rawlings, will not trash anybody else's company that I heard of. I know Dean Marini, Jerry Garnett, talks very great about other people's company. Hey, we wish you success. Jerry Garnett has talked to Jeff and wished him all the luck. It's just a shame that we have these other back companies that they have nothing to talk to you about like we do when we come on a podcast. We can explain shit to you on how our shit works and why we think it works. That's the transparency you get with Short Porch. Why it works. Why do we think it works? And here, if you don't like it, then you don't have to swing it. We're not trying to shove this shit down your throat, basically. So I'm going to say a couple of things about this Leroy Dozell and Joseph Prock. I really do hope you succeed. I really do. I hope all the little back companies out there do succeed. I know this tariff thing is going on. I think it's gonna hurt a lot of the lower end kind of back companies. I know it's hurting the higher end back companies, but it's not hurting us, guys. The tariff. A lot of you guys ask me about the tariff. Tariff is not hurting us. We're actually not doing bad right now, right? The only thing the tariff is going to do with us is shipping. We got to change the way we ship things. That's it about the tariff. But I don't want you guys to fail. It almost looks like you want us to fail, with California Back Company. And here's the deal too, and I'm going to leave it right here. I wasn't so bad, Joseph and Leroy, when I was doing R&D for you. You guys remember that, 2022? I was doing R&D for you. You were sending me bats to demo to tell you if they were good or not. So I was that good. I was that good that you sent me bats for me to swing R&D, and I could give you yes or no because of my guys. Not because of me, because of Senior Softball Bat Reviews. My guys got together and talked about it. When it was Senior Softball Bat Reviews, it was never just me. It was Clem, Trey, Bubba, Billy. You have Mark Reeves. All those guys would give input. You sent those bats to me, right? You asked me about the end cap. It should be flat. Remember, I told you that? It should be flat. And the born on date that you always brag about, okay, that was talked about in podcasts 15 years ago from me. And that's why I'm putting out. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, I'm opening up all of my podcasts. I'm over all my behind the scenes. I talk about Born on Date. You know, that wasn't me that did that. It was the minions that did that. Because back in the day, I had a lot of minions that would talk to me about what would better a bat. And I took that they said, wrote it down. I actually talked about it whenever I did behind the scenes. And then I implement it now with Short Porch because that's what y'all guys wanted. The minions wanted, hey, Dave, wouldn't it be better if they put Born on Dates? Well, yeah, that would be better, but I don't have a bat company. I can't suggest that. So now you're out there talking about that was your idea. No, you just were the first one that put it on a bat. That's it. And I'm pissed at you guys because you shouldn't be fucking doing this. But then again, I was okay back in the day. Like Adam Fowler said, Fat Guy BP said, yeah, he was good for you whenever he was putting your product up there in the top 5. He was good for you. But now he ain't shit and don't know what he's talking about. You know, but then again, you sent me R&D stuff, right? Or you asked me about why is this bat better than your bat? Because it's made in the same factory. I said, because of your material. You remember that? Because you have a 13-inch, not a 12-inch. 12-inch will always outperform a 13-inch. And your end cap and the paint that's on your bats. Remember me telling you that? But now I get trashed by you. And I don't give a shit. I can take that. Doesn't fucking bother me. You're such a hypocrite. And then you wanted me to come on your podcast. Dave, come on my podcast. Dave, come on my podcast. Yeah. And then now that I'm actually a competitor, you're trashing me. I say trashing. You're just talking shit like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. It's working. It's working. Holy shit. It ain't gonna work. Well, it's working. And when you said, when you're in a podcast last week when you're in a podcast, you said, you lost me in a podcast whenever you said, well, it's layered. It all depends on maybe they found out a way to layer it. That shit was done 15 years ago, layer. We don't layer our Kevlar, guys. And I'm not going to go into detail on how it's made or anything like that. We're not going to go into detail. And the other guy that was talking in Florida about titanium is a spray that's after the fact. It's not added in, okay? It's these people, man. It's just, it bothers me. And guys, one thing I wanted to be with a lot of you guys out there is transparent. But it bothers me that you don't have an inventory. And you probably won't have an inventory for a while. But you're going to trash other, or even talk about other bat companies. Don't do that, man. It just makes you look bad. It really does. We don't do it. A lot of the upper back companies don't sit there and trash anybody. Let's try to be like them, right? Let's try to be that professional, or that, I call it corporate. Let's be corporate, and let's not go in that direction. And I'm done with that, guys. You can call me. You have a problem, like here's what Adam Fowler said with that Fat Guy. He said, you got a problem with him? Call him and debate him. You want to debate him? Talk to us. Let's talk to us. Let's have a group. Me and Jeff together. Let's me and Jeff together talk to you and tell you, just talk to us. Don't talk. Come up to you and take a little selfie. Dave, I want to take a selfie. Yeah, last September, and then all of a sudden you're talking shit behind our back. Yeah. So anyway, I'm done. I think I went overboard on that, but that's okay. It had to be said. And the deal about it too, guys, is don't come after Short Porch and expect me not to say anything, because I did R&D for you guys. I did research and development. You sent me your bats. You have all of these guys that are over there in California, right? All these guys over there in California talk the shit, but why don't you why at that time, I'm talking about at that time, why didn't you give them the bats to do R&D for? Why did you give them to me? I had credibility back then, but I don't have credibility now because I can benefit you back then. That's why. So anyway, I'm on my rant. I know I'm going to catch y'all from that, but it really doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not all about them. Guys, we do us, and it bothers me when other people, spew lies. And I actually went back the other day and I started doing recordings of everybody in the last 6-8 months. Started talking about Kevlar, how bad it was. Kevlar is very brittle. Well, that tells me that you don't know shit about Kevlar. We tried Kevlar and didn't work. Mike Masinko talked about Kevlar back in the day, and they threw them bats into the woods. Maybe he did it wrong. Maybe the person that took those bats to Mike did them wrong. I can guarantee you they did them wrong because we're doing it right. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And I keep going back to that. Seriously, that's what I'm going to say. The reason why, guys, here's another thing too. The reason why, a lot of people ask me, I am going to come out of retirement and do senior softball bat reviews again, but it's only going to be on our product. And that is it. I've been getting phone calls ever since that. A lot of people didn't hear the podcast, so they're calling me going, you bringing it back? You bringing it back? No, I'm not. Well, not that part of it where I'm doing reviews on other bats. I tell you what Clem has started doing. I talked to him today about it, is Clem is swinging other people's bats. He's swinging, I say other people, but other bat companies, and seeing, actually comparing. But we're not going to put out the end results on that because we just need to know what there's a bat out there, bat company that a lot of their bats are losing compression. So instead of hearing about it, Clem actually decided, hey, I'm going to go test these bats myself. Clem will purchase them and actually test them and go, damn, well, that's right. It's losing compression within 100, 125 swings with his bat speed. And this bat would be more geared toward a lot of the older seniors, so 60 plus seniors. So that's private in-house information with Short Porch. It doesn't get talked about on video because that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to talk about other bat companies. Now, if it was Senior Softball Bat Reviews, that'd be different. I would be going into every bit of that, and my reviews. It took me 3 weeks to do a review. It didn't take me 2 days to do a review. It took me a long time because there's so much that goes into it when you're doing a review. The one thing I will say is the reason that I was so good at what I did is because I had nobody sponsoring me, because I had a wife that had a very good job and we had deep pockets. So I would buy, or people would send them to me and I didn't have to, I didn't ask for them, they would just send them to me. But if I would buy them, I would buy all the bats that I was doing reviews on through my wife because I was retired. My wife had a very good job and we had deep pockets back in the day. Not so much now, but we had deep pockets back in the day where I could buy 5 or 6 or 10 bats at a time. So yeah, I could do that. That's because, a lot of people out there aren't like that. So I can understand the reviews that are going on right now that are, that are being given to these guys. I think Adam Fowler is the best out there. I really do. I haven't seen a lot of the other ones. I kind of watched them a little bit, and there's a couple other guys that I would recommend too. I just need to get their names down. They're the newer guys that are coming up. And I do respect them, what they do. Guys, I want to talk about something right now before I get into this because I've been chirping for quite a long time now. And I just got, and here's the deal. I wish Leroy and Joseph all the success in the world. I really do. But don't try to gain that success. Work your ass off to try to get a best product out there. Don't try to trash other people or talk about other people. I need to stop. Trash other people, talk about other people to make your product look good, or give your opinion on something that was done 15 years ago. It ain't like it was. Every year technology changes. Someone was saying the other day about Kevlar at 900, melting points 900. Some was not anymore. It's up to over 1,000 now, melting point to Kevlar. So it's just something that a lot of people don't know. So when they talk about it, it's like, but that podcast lost me when they said layered. When they said layered, I'm like, okay, I can't watch this no more. And Adam even said, about that. So if you guys have anything to say, man, just text me because Jeff's getting more out of that. That he's got stuff he needs to do. We've got baseball coming up. We've got fast pitch coming up. He's got a lot of things on his plate. I'll talk to you about it. Just text me and I'll talk to you about anything that you guys want to know about Kevlar. I will go up to a point where I won't tell you how it's done. We do make our product in the United States, our product or material. All of our material that has to do with bats are made in the United States, and we fly it to China. So I will say that, and I'll leave that there. So I want to talk to you guys. I'm going to go through some things here and talk to you guys about before I bring Jeffrey on here. Sorry, Jeffrey, but I had to say Jeffrey. A lot of you guys are asking about CBD. excuse me, CBD. I was looking at CBC, California Bat Company. A lot of you guys are asking me about BPC 157. How do you inject it? It's a peptide, guys. It's something that you take with injuries. I'm taking it for my shoulder. My shoulder has gotten a little bit better, but not much. I'm trying to rehab it now because you got to go through rehab before you get everything tested. I actually think I have a torn rotator, a disc. Actually, I think it's a pretty bad tear because I can't hit anything low. When I'm swinging the bat, I can't hit anything down here, extend on it, but I can hit it good up here in my head, in my face, in my chest. But still, it hurts. I wake up at nighttime and it's hurt, but I just got to go through the rehab before I go in to do an MRI. That's the way my insurance company is set up. So definitely, a lot of you guys are asking about BPC 157. BPC 157 is an injectable. You can put it up over the injury, wherever you're hurt in the wrist. If you're hurt in the wrist, you put it up over it, pinch the skin and stick the needle right into it, you know, right up over the skin. Inject it, guys, and your dosage on that should be no more than 10. No more than 10. So that's your injection on that thing every day. It should be no more than 10 to 15 right there. Start off at 10 and go to 15. That's your injections to there. A lot of you guys asking about it. Or you can do what I did today, and I'm going to take some of this. This is the oral BPC 157. I just bought this brand today. It's $55 right there, and you take it orally. What they have done with a lot of the BPC 157 that you take orally, they actually have put like not a time release, but where the digestive enzymes, taken on an empty stomach too, your digestive enzymes will not break it down in the stomach so it doesn't get to the intestine. So you want it to get into the intestine so it can start healing. It's good for the gut. It's good for the whole body. It is some badass shit. A lot of you guys text me, guys. It's hard for me to take a phone call, right? Because people just want to talk. And when I get on a row, not purposely, but when I get on a row, when you're talking to me about something that I care about, I'll sit there and talk to you for 2 hours. And John Robbins knows that. He talked to me the other day for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes every time I get on the phone with him. So when I see him call and I don't have time, I'll actually text him, hey, I'm doing this. Text me what you need. And he'll text me this long-ass text about what he needs or what he wants to talk about. And there's some things that I need to get back with him that I have not got back with him. But you can go down and buy this stuff, too. They call it the Wolverine drug. A lot of places pick it up. And a lot of guys were talking about with BPC 157, when you buy it over the counter like I did that, Cost Plus Nutrition in San Antonio has it behind the counter. And you can pick it up. It's good for the body. It's good for healing. I bought some for my wife today. She's got a meniscus problem on her torque because she actually, when she was hitting balls, she kind of messed her right knee up. Same thing I did when I was in Vegas that one year. I hurt my right knee. My cleat got hung up in the mat. They had a mat there, and I tweaked that right knee. And BPC 157, the injectable over the knee, helped my ass tremendously. So definitely. That is some badass shit. A lot of you guys asking me about it. Where do you get it from? I get it from San Antonio, Cost Plus Nutrition. I know you can get Amazon, probably got some of it out there. You just got to read the comments, the reviews on it whenever you're there. That's what I do when I get into something that's new. I'll actually read all the comments. Let me explain to you, and this just came up recently. And this is how come, and I talked about doing back in a while ago, guys. Senior softball bat reviews have been doing for years, guys. We have been doing R&D for different bat companies, and I didn't put it on video, and it really didn't bother me to do it because I thought I was bettering the industry whenever I gave them what I thought, or when we gave them what we thought. So they would send us blanks at first. So when I text them back, I said, you don't need to send us blanks because what happens, and this is 10 years ago, 12 years ago, what happens when you send blanks, it tends to get a false sense of high performance because when you coat it with paint, it tends to deaden the performance. So I text them back, I don't want to do I don't do an R&D on a blank product when it looks like carbon. I said, because once you spray it, it's going to deaden the performance. Well, they didn't know that, right? So all of a sudden I started getting painted, right? Painted bats from these bat companies, and there has been 5 bat companies, maybe 6 that have done this. The reason I say maybe 6 because the other one I don't think don't think made it to push out a product because they realized that they had to use better carbon, and it costs more money to use better carbon. So that's in the book. That's in the book that I'm writing about all that shit, that happened 15 years ago, and it's going to be a badass book. So I would get from bat companies out there that are well known right now, bats to do R&D from. So I would give them my opinion about the bat because I got that input from a lot of my guys. The reason a lot of you guys asked me about Clem and Trey, the reason that Clem and Trey are with me is not because they have pretty faces, right? They're with me because they serve a purpose with me. Clem and Trey have great knowledge when it comes to bats. They can tell you what bat performs and what bat. I talked to somebody about this the last couple of days about them too. They are on page when I'm talking, and I just talk so good around them, and they make me look in different areas when I'm talking about a bat. Because when we do R&D because R&D is done in Savannah, Georgia with Short Porch, and then it is sent to us, and we do R&D on it here too whenever Jeff has these thoughts in his head at nighttime, and then he starts doing that diabolical shit, making something, right? And then he sends it to, it starts off in Savannah, Georgia, and then it hit tracks, and it makes its way to us, and then we start. The thing about Jeff is he doesn't tell us what he did. He goes, you guys figure it out, right? Because you hit every bat out there, and we have hit every bat out there. The only way I was approached today and said, how did you get that good? The reason we got this good is not swinging one bat with one bat company. We got this good by swinging all the bats with all the bat companies in the last 15 years. That's how Trey's good as he is. That's how Clem is good as he is. They have that feel. Not too many people have that feel. In my opinion, it's my opinion only, you can't be 6'8", 6'9", 300 pounds and have that feel. Anything feels good in your hands. So you have to be that not that top 1% to have that feel, right? Because your bat speed's 100, 110 miles an hour. That's an exaggeration, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So don't sit there. Nobody has a bat speed of 110 miles an hour. Okay, this is what I have to deal with, guys. This is what I have to deal with. I know that. I'm just making a point. So it's hard for them to have that feel. But I will say this. Trey and Clem have that feel. They can feel that when it comes to bat. And I feed off of them. I feed off of what they have to say. And it's all a joint. Like if someone says, well, that bat feels like this. Clem the other day goes, well, it's more feel like a mid-load. So we pick it up. So, hey, well, damn, Clem, you're right. It does feel like a mid-load. So I need to say that whenever I'm talking to you guys, when I'm doing the bat reviews, when I talk to you guys about doing the bat reviews for Short Porch, that's the information we need to pass on to you. No, nobody else out there does that with their bats, and any bat company out there, nobody actually does what Short Porch has been doing for the last 8 months. When it comes to the last 2 years, when they started implementing into what they do, and just like golf clubs, basically, is what we're doing. And you guys heard me talk about that earlier. If not, you guys can go back and talk about when I talked about the movement with Short Porch. The one thing we're getting right now is we put a freeze on reps that we're having right now. We're not doing any more reps. We have a great group of people right now that are doing it for us. The one thing I will tell you is, and I always know when people are talking shit about me or people saying stuff out there, is because I got an onslaught of people that are sponsored by other bat companies asking us to swing U-trip bats and ASA bats. I just want to put this out there. We don't do that. We have our own people that are either factory hitters or reps that will swing our own product. A couple of people, I'm not going to mention the bat companies. A couple of people have contacted us when they are affiliated with that other bat company. They have done video on that other bat, and they stick with them for at least a year or two, and they want to do our U-trip bats. So we have an ASA bat coming out. We'll talk about that later. We have an ASA bat coming out that's pretty badass design. It does have a free floating inner barrel too. You guys were asking, is it free floating? No, it's not. It's somebody else already did that. We don't do that shit. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're trying to do our own shit. you know. So we're not, no, it's some different technology that Jeff, like I said, the mad scientist is in the, you know, Sheldon, I can call him, is in there doing that, putting up all these numbers, coming up with different stuff. You know, I don't know why I can't see all the content. I think, who had that? That was Fat Guy. Actually couldn't see his content either to see what people are saying, which actually is a good thing. You notice that I haven't got off. I haven't had a squirrel moment, right? Because I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, I haven't had those pauses, right? But that's a good thing. I need to cut it off every week so I don't watch what you guys are saying and go in that different direction. So this, I forgot to put this out there. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a vial like this with powder in it, and this is backwater, right? You're going to take backwater out here, and you're going to put it in that peptide, which it would be in the bottom of that. And it's going to be put in that peptide. I'm talking about BPC 157. I'm going backwards now. So if you put it in there, don't shoot it in there because peptides are very fragile. I would say, I'm going to say fragile. Don't shake it up, you know, because again, peptides are very fragile. So you want to drip it in there on the syringe that you took out of the backwater. This is backwater. I call it backwater, but that's what that is. And you guys can look at that backwards right there, but that's what that is. And you put it in here, you know, that's not BPC 157, that's testosterone. TRT, that's testosterone cypionate. And yes, I am on it, been on it for a long time, and it saved my ass. Guys, and that's in another, I'm going everywhere not right now, but that's in another, and you guys heard me talk about it. I think everybody out there over the age of 40 should have their T levels checked, testosterone levels checked. Even the ladies out there, please talk to your doctor before you do anything I tell you to do, but have your T levels checked on the ladies out there, because as you get over 40, get into 50, menopause hit you like a freaking ton of bricks. And testosterone replacement therapy helps with the side effects from menopause, you know, and hormone replacement therapy, anything you can do, ladies, to not feel like shit or put on 50 pounds or whatever, 20 pounds, go see a doctor. Just don't think it's something that comes with age. Ladies and men, you'll feel a lot better. Get your quality of life back, basically what we're talking about here. So I think that that is a plus. I want to thank, before I bring, because we're in 45 minutes maybe, before I bring Jeff on here, I do want to thank everybody out there that when you put out a product, the most satisfying thing that I can see is when you put out a product and everybody likes it. Not 99% of people that actually like it, and actually will text you or send you a message and said, hey, thanks for this, or hey, I see what you're talking about, and I went 10 for 10. Somebody sent me the other day, guy was playing on Saturday. He went 10 for 10 swinging a bat, and then his buddy went 11 for 11 swinging a bat, and just text me and say, hey, you know, I never, that's the gratification that we get is, you know, 70-year-old guys that, you know, that were going to retire. And because of an injury, they thought that they didn't have any options to go to when it came to bat. So we're introducing something to them that actually helps me, especially because of the shoulder, right? So my bat speed's not up there. So I need a softer barrel than what I had 3 months ago. So definitely at this point, maybe I'll get up to where I go to a medium soft and not really too much of a soft, but it keeps me into the game. And that's basically what we love doing, is keeping the seniors into a game, because we're making soft, medium, and hard barrels, and we have Kevlar, which actually make soft, medium go together. You know, you still have that response off that Kevlar with a lower compression. That's the one thing that I can see. It has a lot to do with the material. You know, it's just not that's the material that we use that actually helps do that. Nobody, when I was doing senior softball bat reviews, actually had that response that we have with Kevlar. That's how come I'm so big of an advocate to what Kevlar is doing to us, what Kevlar is doing, how it's performing, and all those naysayers out there. Like I said, I'm audio taping everything that you guys said, because I want to. And then the next year, because here's the deal too, when you throw something out there, it's just not instant gratification. You actually got to do it for a while. That's how come when I did bat reviews, and I knew this when I did bat reviews, because when I did a bat review, I would actually wait 6 months to see if that was a good review. So I put my ass on the line and I took all the criticism whenever I got up there and talked to you guys about who this bat fit and who it was good for. And I took all the fast bat speed guys telling me you suck and this ain't your bullshit because it's a soft barrel and it doesn't perform for me, but I tried to get them to change. It takes 6 months where they come back and say, Dave, shit, you were right, man. You were right. Every bat that I picked off a unit worked for me because my bat speed is not actually at 100 miles an hour. My bat speed is at 60 miles an hour. So yeah, you were right. So that's the same thing we're talking about right now. We put out Kevlar. Just wait and see. Just wait and see, and to see how it performs for you. You know, I think we have something good working here, and it's gonna get better because there's a lot of shit that's coming, guys, that we haven't even talked about or explained. But a lot of stuff that we're going to Jeff talk about. Jeff, if you're out there, and I hope you can join. Oh man. I don't even see you on here. So Jeff, join when you can. I still got a lot of stuff I can talk about. Like I said, when I write all this stuff down, guys, I have got a ton of, what is Jeff doing, man? I'm gonna talk about something before he comes on here. I'm gonna talk about something. There are 24 bat companies out there, guys, as of right now. I'm thinking there's not going to be 24 in another few months, might be less. There are 4 warehouses. There are, and I talked about this last week, and I'm going to piss a few people off out there, but there are 4 bat companies out there, and I know this by doing senior softball bat reviews. There are 4 bat companies out there that have the same product as the top tier bat company. So how they got that, I have no idea. I know that they can have a bat made the same as another bat company, and they're putting out. The reason I say that because we've swung in the last 2 years with senior softball bat reviews, we have swung other bats, and they both are ranked at #1, and they're usually the harder barrel bats. And they both ranked at #1 because they were the same damn bat. You put them up against each other, and they had different companies on it, and they were the same bat. The only thing that was different with one bat, it had a ting sound to it, and the other one didn't. I couldn't understand why it had that ting sound, maybe the way they did the end cap. Because you can change the end cap, and it'll make the barrel sound a little different to you. So they might have changed the end cap or dense mass or whatever. Did something to the end cap to make it sound like that. Jeff Kessler. And I hope I can see where you guys are asking me. I see everybody else except for him. And I don't see him on here. I know somebody probably texts Leroy because Leroy's on here. Leroy, you're going to have to go back and look at what I said at the beginning. Or call me. That'd be a better thing. And we can talk. But there are bat companies out there that mimic other bat companies. I will say this, that when Evan Hardy on that Uncensored, the bats that he had in that picture are all not the same bat. And he was trying to, I don't think he was trying to, he was just trying to get people to wake up or get people to actually talk on his, because I think he's more of that shock and awe. He says some shit out there to get people to reply to it. And I think what he did was he posted a picture of 3 bats, and he threw up the suggestion that they're all made in the same warehouse. You're right. They are made in the same warehouse. Now, I will tell you that right now because I've swung every one of those bats in that picture. And it might have been Juno and Monster and then us. Those bats are all not the same. They sound different. They swing different. Monster builds their bats totally different than a lot of people out there. I will say that. A lot of people are talking about they're in, a lot of people talking about that they went to China and they visited, Suncoast warehouse. I highly doubt that is true. Suncoast has the corner, as of when I was told years ago. Suncoast has the corner on a warehouse that's there. I'm sure they are in that one area where you cannot. Lee Trotter's pretty private. John's pretty private about what they do, just like we are. We don't give out a lot of information on how we do things. But when it comes to, how come I cannot, I know Jeff's watching, but I cannot even see you on here, Jeff. Now I can't even pull anything up there. I might have to get it. No, it still has the same. Jeff Nelson. Leslie, I see Leslie on there. I do not see Jeff on here, but I do see Leslie. And I can't, guys, if you're trying to talk to me, I cannot see the comments. So if I'm going to pull Leslie on here if I can't see, because I know they're probably together working tonight. And then I'll pull them on here and we'll talk about all this other stuff. But, and I don't want to talk about it if he ain't here. But the thing about it is the awareness. I like because of our transparency, I like that a lot of people are out there and are interested in it. Let's do this. Leslie, I'm adding you. So let's see what happens. If Jeff's there, have him take over. And then we can add, you can share to your groups later on too, because I've already shared to a lot of people here. So I'm adding Leslie. There she is. How you doing?
Good. What's up, man?
How's the finger?
Oh.
You know, you're doing too much typing.
I did bring it. This is what happened.
How you doing?
Good.
What's up, man?
Right here. I closed my finger in on it.
Wow. And it's not a lock blade, so it could close on you.
No, 4 stitches.
4 stitches.
Yes.
That's good that you didn't lose the finger.
No.
That would have been down. How do you'd have been down for a while.
I know, right?
I know. Can you guys see me?
No, we got you on the iPad. We can see us on the iPad. I don't know why half of us.
Everybody, here's the deal. I cannot see comments for the first time.
Yeah, and I kept requesting to come on the iPad, but you couldn't see to pull me on. Like I kept requesting to come on.
Yeah, I cannot see anybody talking, nor can I see where the only person I saw was Leslie. That was it.
Push the
table.
Yeah.
So
man,
I can't hear you that good either, so I'm going to lean forward a little bit to try to see I hear what you're going to say.
Is that better right there?
No, it doesn't matter what you do. It happens. I think it's a Facebook problem because it happens to a lot of podcasts out there where you cannot hear I can't hear you, but everybody else can hear you. Yeah. Like when you're watching this, you can hear us great. I just can't hear it. You're not.
You know, we never could get the iPads figured out where they would connect and go on together. You can get on and use anything by yourself. The problem is only iPhones are working real good together, and you can't use them horizontal. You can only use them straight up and down, the iPhones, to connect. If you turn it, then those are having problems also.
Yeah.
Bringing people on, but we need to be working on that for sure. But so, man, I've been watching the podcast and a lot of good stuff tonight. A lot of people are watching. I will say you got over 50 people watching right now, is what I'm showing, and a lot of people have been jumping on our website. We have tons of people who have subscribed to our Jersey subscription that we launched right before the podcast. So
let's go into that right now and explain what you talked about last week, because we have every day we have, like I talked about, we have new people joining us. I've got a ton of people wanting to friend me within the last 2 weeks, and they want to know the movement is, like I talked about earlier. A lot of people want to know what's going on. So let's get into the Jersey subscription and kind of explain to everybody what that is.
Yeah, so we started a Jersey subscription since our brand has gotten so broad, and you know, finally, as a bat company, our brand is just like the biggest thing now. So we move through a ton of gear. You know how many hats we go through. It's just an obscene amount with people buying gear. So we had this idea to do a jersey and shirt, hoodie, whatever subscription where you get a short sleeve hoodie or jersey every month. And our website for that is leftfieldlounge.shop, but you can go to our website and click on it and go to it. And what's going to happen is you put in your size, and once a month in the mail, boom, FedEx just drops you off, or at your door, FedEx drops you off a real cool jersey with a saying on the back. And a lot of people have seen, you know, all our cool jerseys with our sayings on the back, like "Shut up and hit." You can't fake influence that I can see behind you. And we're going to be constantly making new jerseys every month. So it's a really cool idea. Leslie worked on the website hard. I know you've seen the website. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's just something that we're really excited about to help our brand grow and bring excitement to our customers. And it's a lot of fun, man. It's just really cool. You know, we do some wild and really cool, fun stuff. Nothing real too serious with that. And it's like I said, it's all just for fun. And we hope all the customers just love it as much as we do, because we're super excited about it.
So it's going to be basically short porch jersey, and we'll have a autism one. We'll have all them other ones that call, you know, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Leslie had the idea that we'll jump in there and do like breast cancer awareness, you know, maybe, and things like this. And yes, guys, Leslie was in the ER earlier. She cut her finger off almost, working working on something with not supervised. I was not around. So, but yeah, man, that's been a ton of fun. I know. Did you seen a little of me jumping on Todd with Todd? He was over there.
Today,
I think it's John Robbins, right?
I seen
So
he told me he was going on an hour before we did, and basically over there with those guys. And just because those guys are what they're doing, I think is John contacted me about a month ago, said he came up with this idea, maybe longer, 2 months ago, this idea of doing that. And I think that's great that he has all them guys out there swinging any bat. It's not just short porch, it's swinging any bat they want to swing. It's actually a hitting club. It's supposed to be pretty good. Yes, definitely.
yeah, so he called me, and you know, those guys, for one, they were talking about Kevlar, and you know, I believe one of the guys was a police officer. He had some really cool insight on Kevlar, on why Kevlar and why he thought Kevlar. And it was really cool to hear him talk about it. He had some different perspectives, so go back and see that if you haven't. And also, they were talking about the DDT and how they had 900 swings on the DDT. It was flawless. One of the better bats they had seen, and just all the Kevlar versions of how much they loved them. And there was like 15 guys out there, and they're like, "Hey, we've been hitting these bats. We've been hitting them out here every week, and not only are they performing, but they're holding up." And they were just thankful of the product we brought to them, which was a superior product from whatever they had in the past. One guy jumped on there and said Todd put him in a bat. He'd never hit over 5-6 home runs in his life, and he's hit 17 this year, is what the guy said. I don't know these guys. Todd went over there and brought them on, and it was just a lot of really cool, good stuff. So then my question was to Sarah. Todd went to hitting, and Todd was dropping bombs, guys, out there. Todd went to hitting, and my question to Sarah was, well, we know how much we're growing. How much is Phantom Sports growing? Y'all only sell pretty much, I think Todd sells a few bats here and there for other companies, almost 100% short porch bats. And they used to sell every bat brand. How much are you guys up over last year? And she said she don't even know. She knows they have doubled their business versus last year. This is a small company, and they have doubled their business mainly just because of short porch bats. And man, that just warmed my heart, man.
Yeah, that's, you know what? And I talked about this earlier. Our biggest goal is don't talk shit about anybody else and just do us and help a lot of the seniors out there. Like I talked about an injury that I had. you know, and luckily that Show Porch is here. You know, I am working for him, but luckily the Show Porch is here where I can go because I can't swing as fast. My bat speed isn't what it used to be because of the injury on the shoulder, that I can go to a different bat and actually get great performance on it. So that's what I see is we're keeping a lot of the older seniors out of retirement because they have an injury, you know. So that's what I like of what we do too.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing, you know, fit people for bats, so it makes playing more enjoyable, because if you go out there and have a successful tournament instead of retiring because you're 67, 68 years old and it's getting harder, but if you go out there and you hit well and you still succeed, what'll happen? You'll enjoy playing and you'll come back. And then that exercise will help you stay healthy. It'll make you a better person for, you know, all around. But, you know, just keep moving. I always used to hear you say that before you ever come on the Short Porch, guys. Just keep moving. Keep in shape, and take care of your body, and take care of your mind, and do all these things. And that's what it's about, you know, as far as other places. And you know, I will just say this: I have no idea. You know, I've never swung another senior bat, and it's been 20 years since I've swung another bat company's bat. But I have no idea what color bats or what kind of bats or what carbon. I have no idea what people use. I don't watch anything they do. I frankly wouldn't care, because we're too busy doing what makes this company better, and what we're trying to make better products for the players and do things fun for us and the people who work for us and everything alike. So I think it's just sad that that anybody would even have time at the higher level. And I definitely, you as our national director, don't want you wasting your time. I will say that. So that's all I'm going to say there. And I know today we restructured some things at Short Porch, and you're a big part of helping us grow with all the growth that we're occurring right now, which is over 200% on the year again. You know.
Yeah, I agree. We kind of talked about this, and we're going to get, and we need to take care of some things going on right now, because we're going to get really big by the numbers that y'all guys have thrown at me. This is going quicker than what we thought. We're getting bigger than what we thought. Even with the tariff going on right now, we're not slowing down. I know a lot of people are kind of kicking back and waiting, but we're not doing that. We're actually full 100% on that. The only thing, like I told everybody, was the shipping is going to be a little longer, but that's it. That's all it's going to do with us.
That's the only thing affecting us, and just the growth, you know, will occur over the next few years, as already planned, as we are, you know, building, you know, from the ground up, from manufacturing lines to, you know, to the finished products. We're growing rapidly, and it's a lot of fun. And I just thank everybody around us. And, you know, we think by just constantly working like we all do, is that everything else will take care of itself if we focus on us and have a good time with it and bring the products that the players deserve to the fields, you know.
Let's talk about product now. Let's talk about, go ahead. You want to start, or you want me to start?
No, you go ahead. I'm just going to sit here.
A lot of people are asking about the DDT because they have got the first DDT and they loved it. We did some tweaking. We did some minor adjustments on it, softened the barrel a little bit, changed a little bit of weight. You know, that's as far as it will go. Different paint job. Thank you, Leslie. That thing, and we have swung the prototype to that, and we were very impressed with the prototype. I called you the mad scientist earlier. I'm sorry, because I think you get off on this thing where you're thinking, and you send it to me, and you go tell me what you think, and you don't tell me everything. Right. And then we start swinging it, and we're like, I remember I texted you about a month ago, going on the 2 months ago on the prototype, going, holy shit, what did you do? Well, I did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you some questions. I know you're the one always asking some questions, but I'm going to ask you a few things. This bat right here, did maybe some of our employees get in trouble for not knowing just how good this bat is?
A few of our employees got in trouble for not putting
Not,
time,
yeah.
not putting time
Yeah,
into that bat.
the bat was designed and demoed, and we have we have a bunch of these bats we've been swinging, and but to just and I'm just joking, everybody, but I guess I just got to hit it, and my numbers were off. They were through the roof with me swinging this bat, correct? And I made a call, and I was a little upset that I didn't get the call about the numbers on this bat, which was dramatically better than some other things we had seen. So that was kind of a funny story. But this bat will be out middle of next month. The DDT, I call it the orange juice. I'm just joking with Dave because Dave don't like all them funny names as much as I do. But it's the Dave Velasquez DDT. It's a badass bat. And it will come along with the 3/4, 12.5-inch barrel Allen Hancock at the time, and which all the players on the 40s team is in love with right now. And with a slew of products, senior products that will come out in May, that is going to be a ton of fun. And I'm going to be in San Antonio, Texas, hitting with Trey Roberts, Richard Clem, Murray Williams, and Dave. And it's going to be a badass time.
I cannot wait for you guys to come down there. Let's talk about the Blackout. I've got a whole list of stuff we can go through.
Yeah,
let's talk about the Blackout.
I want to talk about the Blackout.
Guys, I ordered one of those today, actually, to get down here too from me and Cage, but it's supposed to ship out today. But I love that bat. I think what we have here, and you'll agree with me, is that Blackout is more of a medium-low bat speed. We get great the guys. Billy Husta, that's his gamer. He's 70 plus. He loves that bat. You know, Mikey Garibay loves that bat. They're in the 70s. And then turn around on the other side, Trey loves the bat, but you know Trey's loyal to his own bat, and he's freaking out because he only has 6 of them in his garage, and he's freaking out because they don't make them no more. So that's a different story to talk about. There it is. It better not be a 26 because Trey's been going to be calling you here, and I can't see if he's on here or not. But what I think we did here with this design, especially with the Kevlar, is got a medium low on the Blackout and a medium high on the Whiteout. So those guys with that different bat speeds would benefit better with each bat.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. I will say, Christian has a couple of these. Every time I hit it, the dang thing's so hot. I just put it down. I'm like, man, that bat's just, it's just crazy. So, you know, I'll pick it up, hit a few bombs with it, and then I just sit it down, and I'm like, man, that's stupid. Let's go to working on the other bats. We know this bat's incredible. The exit velocity, the distance, the durability, it is all around one of the best bats ever made, period.
I agree.
And we got some more back in stock because we just got 2 shipments. We've already went through, we got them almost the same time. So back to back, the 2 shipments wasn't supposed to be like that. We sold through one of the shipments and maybe part of the second one already. And, you know, grab one because we don't have any of these in queue because right now we are finishing up the Taxman this week. The DDTs are right behind it. And then we have 3 new bat launches, senior bat launches behind it with the pickle juice. And that's two different factories. We got baseball bats going in a 3rd factory right now. We expect to be certified with our baseball bats within the month. So and we will be moving to mass production on baseball bats. So a lot of cool stuff going on, and that is a DDT baseball bat, right? How about that?
I can't wait to see that. Not swing it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
So I'm gonna make you hit it. You got to hit at least 1 or 2 with me on it, man. You know, so.
But here's
I will say the one thing.
Go ahead.
The one thing about the baseball bat, I hurt my wrist on the first swing with the BB Core baseball bat, actually, because of the weight. I actually tweaked my wrist, and it still hurts me, and that's been 2 months ago. so maybe don't swing it. So, yeah.
What people need to understand is this: we have a line number wise of when bats are going to be produced. So
Yeah.
whenever one bat sells out, it goes in the back of the line and probably won't be produced in another 2 months,
Yeah.
maybe. So when people see bats that we have, they need to buy them now if they like that bat, or they're not going to be there anymore. And it's going to be 2 to 3 months till we get them back in there again, like the DDT, like the Blackout with Kevlar,
Yeah.
with Kevlar and the grip spin. So
that's right. And you know, we move and we pivot, and people always ask why, and a lot of that's about just us and improving and us keeping it fun. Secondly, so it's really a moving company. You'll see that we're always just moving really fast, right?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, man. But I will say, to get on to Trey Roberts' Whiteout right here, I had my most impressive round of BP in a long time with it. Distance wise, the distance was really crazy with it. For you guys all that have these bats, I know a lot of people have them. You have a great one here. I would gamer it any day. That's a good one. Definitely fits my swing for distance. This bat right here, the B Power, I think it's been selling really well. I think it's even underrated and under talked about in our line of bats, because it is a really good bat.
We talked about that today, and I talked about the B Power, and everybody, when we hit yesterday, everybody loved that bat. And here's the deal with us too: when we get these bats in, they don't stay with us long. They'll stay with us 3 weeks, and then they get shipped off to someone else to swing. That B Power is an amazing 2-piece balance bat. I will say that. That bat is hot, and I don't and maybe there's not a lot of video on it out there. I know we're putting out as much as we can on it, but that bat, guys, that bat is a lot hotter than it was last year, and I thought it was hot last year.
Yeah, and this is only balanced 2-piece, guys, Kevlar, and it plays at a wide range of compression, so you really have top performance out of it for a long life of the bat. And that's what we see out of our new Kevlar. And man, what a badass bat it really is. The Ron Yeager, you can see B Power is got some cool Seattle Seahawks colors. Yeah, man, that's a really cool one also. You know, I've been hitting, these are all 27. So Trey, no, you can't have my 27. You're not big enough to swing that, Trey. Trey's asking if he can have the white one. And you'll see mine. Can you see all the ball marks on mine? Yeah. And man, it's in great shape. I mean, you know how many swings that thing has on it. It's just electric. We've been having fun testing the bats, and I've been trying to jump in there as much as I can, but I know you and Christian are going to be doing more of that stuff than I am, as I handle a wide range of other things. But man, it's just fun, right? Everything's been a lot of fun.
It's like a kid at a candy store every week, every 2 weeks with you guys, because y'all come up with different product to actually test. And when we do R&D on it, it actually go, okay, I see. And you're sneaky when it comes to that, Jeff, because I asked you what you did, and you said, nah, just try it out. Let me know. You tell me what I did, you know. And then we got to brainstorm about it, and we actually put it together. We've been pretty good, 100 for 100 doing this.
Hey, this right here, guys, this was Dave's idea. Don't let him give me credit for all the engineering. This design right here, this bat, it was your idea from the start. The tweak on it was your idea. You know, so I give you all the credit on that one. So.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm happy it worked. You know what I mean? Because it was just an idea when it came to me. It wouldn't have worked if you hadn't fit. Here's the deal: it's not really me, because you come up with an idea, but if you don't build it, then it ain't gonna work.
Well, we were talking today and talking about how I had to pull parts out of this bat because it was overweight.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a lot of that stuff was done. You're not here, and a lot of them decisions were done late at night.
I'm trying to talk her into it though.
Yeah.
I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, a few things, I can't always remember in my defense, what I told you and what I didn't tell you. So, about pulling the weight out of it, I thought we had talked about it, but maybe not, today. So, but yeah, the DDT, it had a weight problem. It had to go on a diet. It was all about making the 25 ounce. It wasn't the 26 and 27. It's about being able to make the 25 ounce DDT and get it down in weight. And that bat right there weighs 25.1. I'll take that all day. That's with a grip on it that weighs 0.4. So
yeah, I've been waiting on my 25 that you took. You're supposed to send me 2. And,
yeah.
And then
this one's mine.
He said I'm going to keep this one, and then I ain't got it back since. You kept it.
I don't know if I want to part ways with it. I don't think I want to part ways with it, Dave. I really don't, man. And that says a lot, right? That says it all.
Yes, that actually, I'm impressed by that.
Yeah.
You can have ideas about things, but unless you have a group of people that actually put it together, you don't know if it's going to work or not. And I thank you guys for putting that together for me, because it made me look good. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, everything's a team around here, but this one right here, we talk about it all the time. Everybody tells the story about how I think I might have 20 OG blackouts now, and that says what I think about that bat. And there's a reason why that bat was going for so much on eBay and all, guys. But listen right here, this one right here was supposed to get sent to Dave's not getting it, guys. He is not getting this damn bat to me. So you'll have to wait.
Right.
Maybe when I come to San Antonio, I'll let him get his own bat.
This is what he's talking about. Jeff Kim, this is Jeff's idea. His idea was, because of the weight distribution in it, his idea was if he made a lighter bat, right? If he made a 25 ounce bat, which he doesn't even touch, it would actually benefit a lot of seniors out there because of the way the barrel is weighted. With that dual distribution, you can generate a lot more bat speed. So it's all physics when it comes to what he's thinking. So his idea was, if I get a Dave at 25, just think of how much further or how much trampoline effect he's going to get on that barrel by swinging more, getting more miles per hour on his bat speed, and have that barrel work better for him. So I know what you were doing. I just ain't tested it out yet because you haven't.
Well, the whole thing was about how you never could gain performance with the 25 ounce bat, and the 27s in all the testing, by all accounts, were the highest performing bat weights. And that's what we had seen through a bunch of R&D, correct? And that didn't matter how weak the player, a girl, whatever, a child, it didn't matter. Overall, when it just come to, and I'm not saying hit a 27, guys. You've heard me tell this story. What I'm saying is that the 27s would always win in R&D through all our analytics that we can do. So what happened in the DDTs, we believed with the way it was made and all, that the 25 ounce would be able to perform at that same tier with the 27, and it would help a wide range of players. It would help good players be great. It would help weaker players be stronger, or faster, or gain exit velo. It would help a wide range of older players and females in the 25 ounce like you'd never seen before. And there you go.
There you go.
Crazy thing.
I called you on Tuesday. What did I tell you? After I swung that bat, I actually had the guys broke it in for me. So I just walked into it at about 150 swings. And I took some swings, and I'm like, I had to call you. I go, dude, that's the best bat I've ever swung. That bat, and we were hitting against the wind on a base. It's a 300 in the left, 320 in the power alley, and 355 in the center. And I hit one into the trees, and I'm hurt. And I'm going, good. I love that bat. I love what you did to it. Soften everything up what we talked about it. So definitely, yeah. And then you have Alan Hancock's bat, which is tweaked a little bit. It's tweaked with 3/4 ounce end load. So you tweak that one a little bit. It's not the same. There you go. It's
Yeah,
not the same.
this is
So,
the
but it is a
Allen
DDT.
Hancock
It is a DDT. And it's worked
DDT.
here
You
for
see
those
right
40.
there. Yeah, and 12 and a half. And, you know, it looks longer. And the funny thing about these, people will be like, man, that's a 13.5-inch barrel. It's solid down here, dual DDT. So you can't account for the solid piece. So,
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, everybody loves that bat also. It's going to start at 26.5 and go to 27.5 and 28.5 guys. It's going to be a 3/4 barrel. It is made for the bigger, stronger guys, but the barrel, they start off at the same compression. So the barrel is not harder like, you know, people would think we would normally do. Because we have zero durability problems with the DDT when it comes to, you know, how long
We have a
they'll
cracked
last.
one.
Yeah.
We have prototypes with a 1,600 swings on them, and they're not cracked at all.
Call the guys at that hitting club. I don't know what their hitting club is called. I forget, but John Robbins and them, I don't know them guys.
Busted.
They just said on the podcast they had 900 swings on it. It was hot as shit. And they just thanked us for bringing a hot and durable product to the market. So,
guys, the same bats that I'm swinging, the prototypes and that 126 ounce, the 25 ounce with the Rachel Good, those bats have over 1,600 swings on them. And that same ones that I swung in Florida, remember, that I have them here, and that we don't have any cracks in them.
and how about y'all seen me hitting with Brandon Murray with the Blackout? We still have that Blackout that Brandon Murray put 200 swings on that day. And if Brandon Murray didn't break it, there's no durability problems with that. That bat's stupid hot, holds up. Same thing everybody's saying. Thank you guys for what y'all did with the Blackout Spin Tech. Incredible bat. If you're a one-piece guy, and I do think when we roll out the new DDTs and the bats that we have coming out in the Blackout Spin Tech, I would believe we'll have just top performing bats in the senior market in one piece and two piece.
Definitely. Let's okay, you got Brewtowns available, 13-inch barrel, one-piece bats, right?
The Brewtowns are available. We still have some. We have a few left in 25.5 and 26 and 27.5. The 26.5, we still have plenty. That is a medium high bat speed bat. It swings incredibly fast. Di said he had hundreds of swings on his. The bat wasn't, you know, just going really, really good for him. I had incredible distance off of it. So guys, if you're a little stronger and you want a bat that'll perform for you, grab that Brewtown. No, I've not heard of anybody breaking a Brewtown. Have you?
No.
Not to date.
Clem is still swinging his. Clem has his, and he's still swinging it.
Yeah.
I sent mine to John Robbins down in Florida. He actually has mine, and those guys are swinging it there after we did our video on it. Let's talk about the mint milkshake.
The mint milkshake, I don't have right. Yeah, she'll grab one. I actually don't have one sitting here. And the mint milkshake, I know you were gone a little bit last week on spring break with the all the young hotties and stuff. But we launched the mint milkshake. It went off phenomenal. It was one of our best U-Trip launches. And the bat looks really cool. She's gonna grab one and show it. All we're hearing is great things about the bat. A lot of people are raving about it's the best SP bat ever. On the U-Trip side, I tend to like the KV. I like the one-piece balance, but that one right there gets it done. And as does the KV25, that is exceptional. So that's the two-piece balance and the one-piece balance that we launched. Yeah. And next month, the unloaded two-piece pickle juice U-Trip will launch next month.
And these bats feel different when you're swinging it. I tell you that right now. I watched the guy swinging it, and the reactions on their face, they love that bat. Clem will be hitting Facebook Live tomorrow too, I think, and he'll be swinging all those bats. The KV, mint milkshake, he'll be swinging all those bats tomorrow morning, and he'll post whenever he's swinging. And actually, he's going to text Erica and let her know because of our discussion this morning. And he'll text Erica and let her know when he's going on too. So
So Stacy Carr, she just commented on here. I know you can't see the comment. She says the mint milkshake is hot out the wrapper. That's what she says, and she swung it more than probably anybody. And she actually sold these to a lot of guys and girls, and they are in love with it. So that's it right there, guys. It is the mint milkshake right here. It looks really good. This girl right here does all the artwork, and she's kicking ass with the artwork. You know, I'll say that. Oh, I want to show you this. So this is the first bat she ever did. This is the first short porch bat Dave ever hit. Dave liked this bat. He knew it was a little stiffer. I was in my 40s when I designed the first bat, and it was built around my swing. And you know that this was actually a badass bat for 40-year-olds at the time. You even kind of stated that, right?
Actually, the review is still out there on that bat.
Yeah.
And actually, you can pick it up and look at it. We love that bat. Because at that time, if you remember, I had a lot of guys that were in their 40s. You know, you had Bubba, then you had Mark Reeves, Sean Williams. You had all those guys that used to hit with me, and they would actually love that bat. They thought it was amazing.
But you look where she's come a long way in graphics and things.
She's been doing her research. She knows what's she knows what people like now. You know, so she's got a little. Actually, on a good note, she's actually got very creative when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, for the 20 and 30, for the kids, we call kid ball. I get that from you. They like a lot of the cooler stuff, but she did pretty good on this B power with the colors.
Yeah.
And it's you know, I know a lot of the seniors, they love the blackout artwork. The blackout artwork, and the bat looks clean. And the blackout and whiteout, I hear that all the time from seniors about how they really love how the look of those two bats on the senior side. But the milkshake series is the favorite on the U-Trip side.
Yeah.
And that's just a generational gap, right?
Oh, definitely. They like that colorful stuff. They like that stuff that's attention grabbing, I guess.
Yeah.
You call it.
Yeah, you know, they like the bats to look cool, and man, seniors, they want to look clean, and they want the best damn bat possible, period. That's what they demand. They don't really care as much what it looks like. So
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Our guys, everybody been asking about the soda pop. The soda pop.
Was the best.
Yeah, Fat Guy BP. I didn't have my Fat Guy BP right here. We're getting low on those guys. The Fat Guy BP. We sold through 2 shipments of those, big shipments, and we still got some left of Adam's bat. Christian was talking about it was one of his favorites of all time today, and was going to be kind of sad to see them as they sell out right here soon. But the cheeseburger, our low bat speed bat for this year, which was the soda pop last year. So it is our low bat speed bat this year. It'll be coming out. It will be a Spin Tech low bat speed. And man, damn, I'm excited about that. That'll drop next month also.
I like that it's Spin Tech and it's flexi barrel on it. That's gonna be something that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe help those seniors with that low bat speed get a little bit more spin, either top spin or that Magnus effect. Definitely, I think that's going to be amazing. You know, we haven't tried it out yet, but we're going to see. And
the Spin Tech will protect the barrel a little bit. Last year's soda pop was a huge success for us. People ask every day about bringing the soda pop back, and we're like, we're going to do something better, you know. Yeah. And that'll be the cheeseburger. And we're not repainting bats from last season by no means, but there's just a lot of fun stuff, man. A really cool stuff coming out, and I can't wait. You know, we got some big stuff coming out this summer, all the way into Vegas, and some more senior signature bats that we hadn't got to because Lord knows, I think we have more than everybody combined, so we wasn't able to get to We still have Roberto Minaya. We still have the Nunez brothers. We still have David Yespick. We still have Brandon Murray. But it's a long year, and we're only just a piece of the way through it. I know a lot of them guys are looking for their stuff, but we can't. It's one bat at a time, I guess you should say.
Bat bags.
Yeah, bat bags. So our bat bags are, we're not live with them, but I'll tell you all a secret. If you call Erica, you might can go ahead and get one and go ahead and purchase it, because they will be sold out
Quick.
because so many people have called Erica. Erica has been putting people in queue, and that's just a little inside office secret that I didn't even know about. But Erica has so many short porch people she loves. She's like, I'm gonna go ahead and sell you one, even though it's not here.
I ordered 3 today. Today.
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen after I talked to you the other day, and all the people that's contacted me. I know exactly what's going to happen, and I got to get the first run. Because my guys, I've been talking about it, so I ordered 3 today. Definitely did do that.
Yeah. So the bat bags are they're imminent. They're getting finished as we speak, and they'll be here in a week or two, and we'll get them out. We'll get them out in the market. There's not a huge production run on the first amount, so there'll be a second, third, and fourth run, and we'll be changing colors and sayings on them. It says "Shut Up and Hit" on the back side of it, which I think is really cool. It's not just a bag that not just says short porch. It says short porch, of course, but it's got one of our slogans on it, and it's going to be a lot of fun also, and it's good to finally get bags in the market.
Oh, definitely. Last and not least, but the ASA bat.
The ASA bat is finishing by the end of this week. It's going to ship. Our shipping channels with everything going on across the world will delay that bat. Instead of it coming over 3-day, it could come over. It could take as long as 10 to 21 days.
It's not a production delay.
It's not a production delay. It's a shipping delay.
That's all.
I'm not sure. I have no idea. All I know is the shipping channels have changed, and that'll be the first run we bring over with the shipping channel. It could go fine and get here quicker than I think. I really don't know at this point. And anybody kind of watching the news know about world shipping and what's going on at the ports in the United States and customs and these kind of things. So we'll see. Hopefully it comes right through and everything goes good with that. But they will be done, and they will be shipped to our shipping warehouse. They just will not come 3-day like they have in the past. Yeah. For right
That's
now.
good. That's good. A lot of people asking about those, and buddy, I think I told you this about all the people asking me from other bat companies if they can actually do videos on that bat, and I was like, nah, we've already got our group of people that we're going to stick with, that are going to get that bat and swing it, and actually, because it's something that's different that I know you guys worked on that, something different that I've seen the design, I've seen how it is. And that's awesome that you guys are going to put that out there, and it's something that nobody else has done. Well, you can't do it like anybody else anyway. And I think it's a great design. I do like it.
Yeah, it's a really cool design. It's coming out. We've sold through most all of them. We actually added to the production run, and we still almost sold out. It's going really well, and we're glad to finish them up. The thing about the inner shells is they did take longer to produce than our normal senior and USSSA bats because of the inner shell. And but they're finished now. They're right on time. They're finishing right on time for us. It's the shipping channels, and that could change because everything's changing daily. Daily. So our fingers are crossed that something will change and we'll be able to bring them over 3-day. I'm just unsure right now, but they will be en route to our warehouse by no later than Saturday. So
Good.
is what I can tell you.
Good.
So yeah, we have that. Adam Fowler, I will say Adam Fowler will get a Taxman bat, and as soon as a painted version gets here, we have several of the non-painted ones, and I'm not going to send him a non-painted ASA version of that. I'll wait till the painted version gets here, and then past that, our own people will be swinging it, putting out videos. We've already put out several videos, and as Scott Jacobs in the Northeast has also. So a lot of things are moving parts, and everything's going great. So man, we appreciate you, Dave, and we can't wait to like I said, move on to the future. And I will say I'm super excited, as you know, about the baseball stuff more
Definitely. And
than
I'm laughing because there's 3 other things we didn't talk about tonight
what's
that is coming, and I don't think we need to talk about them, but just to
okay.
let everybody know, there's 3 other things that are on the table
Yeah,
that will be done within the next 2 months.
yeah.
That it's kind of, the one thing about Leslie and Jeff is they love surprises. So they're not going to throw
There.
everything out there and just talk to you about it. This is some new shit that has been thought about, and it's coming. Just let you guys know it's coming, and we don't give up everything when we're talking.
No.
You know, when we're talking about this.
There's really and I know a lot of seniors are on your podcast. So I will say on the senior side, guys, there's really cool stuff coming in May, and there's even bigger stuff coming in June. We love senior softball. We like to think we're a big part of it, and we're not going to slow down this year. On the U-Trip side, we're growing faster than ever, and this girl right here is committed. While I make the bat, she's committed to bring out cooler designs than ever all summer long on our USSSA bats, along with the best Kevlar products available. So this mint milkshake is just the tip of the iceberg when it'll be coming out to U-Trip. And everybody already seen the Taxman design. Not only is that a cool name, it's a badass, cool looking bat. Yeah. And this girl right here has really stepped up her game on that. We're not slowing down. It's all coming around, and you know, it's awesome right now, man. It's just a good time to be with Short Porch, you know.
Definitely, I agree 100%. Anything else?
No, man, you got it. I'm glad to have you back from spring break. Glad you didn't party too much and you showed up back in one piece. And and man, we'll be talking tomorrow. Thanks for everybody to watch. This was one of the larger podcasts in a while, and I think everybody missed Dave. I guess they didn't like me and Leslie that much, or everybody wouldn't have tuned in tonight. So,
Thanks,
they missed
guys.
you. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Look at Leslie throwing heart signs up there. Guys, I'm not going to take too much of your time. It is to have somebody like them that sit here and just talk to you about and the transparency that we have, and talk to everybody about what we have coming. There is something that's coming up. I'm going to tell you guys this real quick here. There's something that's coming up before Vegas that it's going to blow everybody away. And we got done with the DDT. That's successful. Now we're moving on. We're not stagnant. We're not sitting there waiting on anything else. But the mad scientists is what I call them too. I've already went to the next chapter and doing other product. Like Jeff's going to be more involved going forward in the next 6 months on baseball. That's his thing. It's baseball. So when this DDT baseball bat takes with Kevlar handle, takes lift off is what I'm going to call it, because it is going to be very successful, I think, because of the weight distribution in the barrel. And that's something that nobody else has tried, and nobody else, whenever we get one, has actually tried to do. So what I want to do, and I'll talk to Jeff about this, I might be able, when we have one that cracks, because it doesn't look like we're going to have any, but what I want to do is split one open and show you actually how that bat was made. But I don't know if Jeff will let me do that. I'd really like to show you. That way we're not only talking about it, it's actually showing you how it's working and what we got put in there. in that connection, above the connection. It's right above that connection. It's about that big. Guys, thanks for watching. Again, I wasn't in spring break. I was actually out guiding. I leave again tomorrow. I leave in the morning, or I might be leave tonight. I have a couple coming in from Florida this weekend, and I'm going to guide them turkey season and access hunt. So I'll be back again on Sunday night, Monday morning, and then we'll pick it up again next week. Thanks, guys, for watching.